So I was reading Rub the Rock a couple of days ago, and it had an article by John Bushler. It says top five un- underrated Clemson Tigers of all time. You know, one of them was one of my favorite players of all time. He played for the Steelers and uh, played for Clemson, Levon Kirkland. Kind of disagree with that. I don't think Levon Kirkland is underrated. Uh, he played when Clemson was pretty good at the end of the '80s, going into the '90s. Um, shut out um, shut out Illinois in his last game. Uh, won a couple um, ACC championships. You know, uh, so I kind of disagree with that one. Okay, the next person, James Davis. I agree with that. I don't think James Davis gets much respect um, because he played with C.J. Spiller. Uh, mid to late '90s. Uh, didn't get a lot of love. I think all 3 years he rushed for, at least 2 of his years, junior and sophomore year, he rushed for over 1,000 yards. Um, top three in all time history. And Clemson uh, rushing yards. I think he was all time touchdown leader until my boy ETN came along. So he was pretty good. Didn't do nothing in the pros. I think he went to the Browns. That's probably why, because the Browns absolutely suck. Uh, Next person, Woody Dancer. Again, I can't really say that Woody Dancer is underrated because people really remember Woody Dancer for the things that he did at Clemson. He was the first quarterback to throw for 2,000 in college football history. He was under Bowden and Rodriguez. Later on, Sean King, I think when Rodriguez went to Tulane, he did the exact same thing down there. So I really don't really look at him as underrated. So, uh, so I kind of disagree with that one. Okay. His next person was Tavis Scott. Yeah, but Tavis really, to me, wasn't that great. I mean, I don't think he ever had over 1,000 yards. His best year, uh, he had 76 catches, 965 yards. Um, um, his freshman year, then I think in the next couple of years he had like 901 yards. He finished for his career with 2,480. Again, I really don't think that he's underrated. I think he's a great player. Last person that they go with is Anthony Simmons in the mid '90s. I think he might have played with uh, Dawkins somewhere in there. Uh, Again, I don't think he's underrated. I mean, he was a first round pick, 3-time ACC All Conference performer. Uh, Give me my list of underrated Clemson Tigers of all time. I said top five. Okay, I'll give you Jeff Davis, Rodney Williams, uh, quarterback, 4-year starter, won 3 championships in a row, ACC championships. People forget how good those teams were. They might have threw for a lot of INTs while he was there, but he was a pretty good leader. I mean, 4 championships. Ooh, excuse me. 3 championships. No, that's pretty good, man. I can't even knock that. Um, at that time, Clemson was playing heavyweights. And they beat Penn State 35-10, and was it the Gator Bowl or Citrus Bowl? I mean, uh, I don't know if he ever lost to South Carolina or not, but Raymond Priest, underrated. That's my third guy, fourth guy. Cause I said I agree with Jeff Davis. Who else would I say is underrated? Trevor Price. You never hear. I don't know because he played at Michigan for some. You never really hear people talk about Trevor Price. I mean, the stuff that he did in the NFL and while he was at Clemson, he had a pretty good career. Um, I would go along with Trevor Price too. Underrated in Clemson history. Uh, uh, Terry Allen, running back. He was along with Rodney Williams or Donald Williams, whatever the name is, quarterback back in the not 80s and 90s. He was pretty good. He had a pretty good pro career. I know people say, well, we're talking about college. I think he hurt himself his senior year, and his junior year he had like 1,000 yards. But he was on those teams that beat Florida State, West Virginia, while he was there. So pretty good. Green quarterback. He didn't have a great offensive staff, but I thought he was a pretty good player there. So those are my underrated players in Clemson history. But all right.